Well, hello there. Now this is a follow-up video to the rune guide video I made earlier, and today we are going to be talking about the beginner dungeon, which is a great dungeon to farm for a couple of reasons, and what you should be getting from here and for who you should be getting those runes for. And the first part of why this dungeon is great to farm is in the name itself. It's called the beginner dungeon. It's an easy dungeon, meaning you are going to be feeling like a heavyweight champion beating people in the lightweight class, and you're going to be able to do this dungeon in relatively low levels, and you are going to be having no issues of defeating the bosses and gaining the runes that you need. And lucky for us, this dungeon actually gives out a lot of great runes that you can use from pretty much the beginning of the game to the end game, and that's another great reason why at some point of the game you should be farming this dungeon. Let's begin with a really important rune, and you're going to be wanting to have multiple copies of these because it's such a great rune, and we are talking about the attack speed rune, which drops from the spider boss. And this rune is great for many heroes in this game. Your giants are going to want them, slingers are going to want them, dark bowmaster is going to want them, Edward is going to want them, and others as well. So you're going to be needing a lot of these runes. Now remember, you can have up to 4 runes per each hero, so that's a lot of attack speed runes you're going to be getting. And when you get those runes as a drop, they will range from plus 1% to plus 10%. And now, of course, the higher the roll, the better they are. So you want to aim for as high rolls as possible. For example, on my giants, I have really high roll attack speed runes over here and over plus 9% over here. And on my bowmaster, I have a little lower, but still relatively high rolls of attack speed runes. And maybe I could say you should aim for like maybe 7% or more if possible, but of course if you can get 8% or more or 9% or more, that's always going to be better. And you should also try to first get good items before considering getting good attack speed runes, so don't worry about these yet if you don't have good items for your heroes first. And also, if you get something like plus 5% attack speed that you are not going to be using on your main heroes on your deck, you can still save those and you can probably use them, for example, in your hell build or somewhere else. But if you get runes that have attack speed like plus 1, plus 2, plus 3%, those are pretty much useless. You can just sell them and try to farm for a little better rolls. And now next, so if you need to have great items for your attack speed runes first, these next runes you can pretty much use from the beginning when you get them, because they are not really item dependent. And I'm talking about this damage skill level plus 1 rune and this hero damage skill plus 1 runes, who will both drop from this green zombie who clearly has some back issues. And what these do is that they will increase the skill damage levels found in this window by plus 1. So if we take the hero damage skill level plus 1, it will increase this level and it will go over the maximum of plus 20, so it will be actually 21, and it will give you another plus 2.5% damage to all your heroes and leaders in your build. And the same goes also for the damage skill level plus 1, and it will also give you another plus 2.5% increase to your total damage output of every single unit in your build. So these both will increase the damage of your build, and that's free damage. Of course, we want to take it. And since these runes are not boosting any individual stats of any individual hero, it doesn't really matter that much on what hero you put these runes on. So you can use them on a hero that doesn't really need any individual boosts, like attack speed for example, and great options for that are, for example, Pure Wizard, Military Band, Orc Band, Smith, maybe Necromancer as well. So you can just place like hero damage skill on one item and then put damage skill level plus 1 on another item. And that will give you that boost. And if you get better items later on, you just farm another set of these runes and put them on those new items and just replace them with the old ones. So that's not really a big deal if you don't have super great items for these runes. And then coming up next, we have a rune that you will want for your gold build. And this is also a rune you can farm as soon as you want, and it will work in the same way as the damage boosting runes we just went through. And it's dropped from this pink Queen Slime, and it's the bonus gold skill level plus 1. So like with the damage boosting skill levels, this will give you 1 bonus level on your bonus gold skill, and it will give you a plus 2.5% increase to your bonus gold. So you want that on some hero that's on your gold deck when you are using gold build for gold auto battle or time auto battle or maybe doing manual waves for some reason. And for that reason, a great example to use this hero on is the military band male, because you should be using this guy in your gold build anyway, so you can just place this rune for an item that he is using. And if you don't have, like I have a yellow bonus gold skill level item over here, don't worry, just use any item. It doesn't really matter, you can just place it there, and then once you get eventually an item that has bonus gold skill level +1 or cooldown level skill +1, you can just farm another bonus gold rune and replace it with the old one. So no worries, you can just use any item, just place this bonus gold skill level rune on. And of course there's also some runes that can boost your defense level and your leader and summoned unit defense skill levels by +1. So if you get these runes and you have items that doesn't have any runes yet, sure, why not equip them? No harm done, just some free extra defense. But what I want to point out from this dungeon, the one last rune you want to get is these MP cost reduction runes. And now these runes can help you if you're struggling out with mana, and they are really good on heroes that gobble up your MP with a percentual costs. So for example, Chrono, who will always use a % of your maximum mana whenever he is cast. So using MP cost reduction runes on here can ease up that MP cost usage a lot. Like if I have no items equipped, he will use 10% of my MP every time he's cast. But with some MP cost reductions, he will only use 4% here, and you can always go even lower than that. So those can really help you out on that. And also possibly on your alchemist as well, you can use some MP cost reduction if you're using him in your gold build to ease up his MP cost usage as well. And one thing you wanna note about these MP cost reduction runes is they come with a range from negative to positive 20%. So if the rune has 1 minus and the number, it will decrease the amount of MP the hero will use when you are equipping him with this rune. But if the rune has 2 minus signs, this will make a plus. So actually this rune will increase the MP cost of that hero. So please keep that in mind when you are using these runes, so you don't accidentally make your build even worse with your mana usage if that's not what you are wanting for some reason. And that pretty much sums up the beginner dungeon and what you should be looking for from here. And of course there's plenty of useless runes in here, like gold per hit runes, mimic chance, perfect gold skill, bonus experience skill level, bonus experience. These are useless runes, you will not need these. But those are my recommendations of what you should be getting from there, and I will include some additional information pinned down in the comment section down below, so be sure to check that out as well. And I will also include there anything I might have missed while recording this video. So that's the basics of beginner dungeon, and I hope this helps you out. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below. I will do my best to give you an answer as always. And once again, thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for watching my videos. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you next time. So stay safe. Goodbye.